I expected to be coming before you fairly quickly about another issue. Certainly not the one that's before us right now. Let's talk about it. Welcome to another edition of the Marty Chronicles on the Conservative Take platform. I'm Marty Nalitz. Thanks as always for viewing us. Very somber, very sad time right now. You know by now, certainly, that there was a horrible tragedy in Buffalo, New York. I'm in Pittsburgh, just a few hours south, right down I-79 from Buffalo. In the past, been to Buffalo and Niagara Falls many times. And it's just sort of trying to relate to what happened. You know by now that a young man named Peyton Gendron, I don't think we're using the word alleged attached to him. He went to a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, and shot at least 13 people, killing 10. Horrible, horrible, horrible. There's nothing good you can say about it. It's absolutely despicable. The reason I'm bringing this up now, I'm the kind of guy, I like to wait until there's more information on stuff, and there really isn't right now. There's plenty to know. This guy live streamed himself shooting and murdering people. That's really all you need to know. But as you also know, in our society today, we're so fragmented and so fractured that people tend to want to dunk on each other. And I don't really want to do that. And we don't have enough information right now. What we know about Peyton Gendron is he said at one time he was a communist. Now he's a green nationalist, and whatever that means. Obviously hate-filled young man. He singled out black people, Jews, and seemed to make it his mission to do what he thought was right. And again, I'm as disgusted as you are by some of the other things surrounding this. We already have calls for gun control and things like that. The manifesto that he allegedly released really sort of looks like an effort to kind of pile into the latest effort to get rid of what they call ghost guns. Another topic for another time. Let's talk about Peyton Gendron for a second. It's horrible. There is nothing you can say about it. The people who survived it, or the people who lost someone, in my experience, the only way I found in my own life to get through things, and I've never been through anything like that, the only way to get through those horrible things is with the help of the Lord. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that right now, and so be it. That's okay. I'm speaking to my personal experience. I don't know if you were there, if you lost somebody. I don't know what you can or should do to try to overcome this. Again, personal opinion, one of the things that gets under my skin already are the talks from the politicians saying he'll never see the light of day. And I have to confess, that gets under my skin, no matter who says it. I don't care what their political persuasion is. We've reached the point, a guy with malice aforethought, premeditated, murdering a couple of dozen people on a Saturday afternoon. Why would you want to support him for the rest of his life? There are some things, and again, I don't care what end of the political spectrum you come down on. There are some things that I believe should be done, and I'll give you an example. Don't want to go too far with this because it's not my point for talking today. In Colorado, and I'm sure this is true in most states, if someone's charged with a capital crime, you all know this, even if they're convicted, they will sit on death row for 15, 20 years sometimes. And that's wrong. So I would make a simple suggestion, because one of the things that happens is you have the hearing, you have the trial, and then it starts a whole series of appeals, one after the other, to the state court. State court turns them down, then it starts those appeals all over to the Supreme Court. So I would you want to talk about common sense solutions, and this would be a good guy to try it out on. He's going to be tried for capital murder, at least 10 counts. Have the New York State Supreme Court do the hearing. Don't do it in Buffalo. Do it in front of the Supreme Court. That way, all the appeals, all the concerns are taken care of. And then, you know what? For the next 30 days, if he's convicted after that, throw every appeal you want in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. And at that point, do what, if you have sentenced him to death, take care of it. And I actually think we do an injustice to the American people when we talk about the different types of humane death penalties. I honestly think that a guy like this, it should be hanging, firing squad, maybe even a guillotine. So that would clean up some stuff. But it's not my reason for bringing this up. I'm begging you, don't get caught up in, well, he thought this, no, he thought that. We don't know it. Like I said, there's a manifesto already floating. I've seen pictures of him wearing Nazi symbols. He clearly hated the people he shot. So there's no question about that. But don't get hung up on that and don't get divided on that. He killed at least 10 people. And that's what we should be focusing on. It's a horrible, horrible thing. At the same time, rather than spend a lot of time on him, I want to make sure that people do not miss the chance to sing the praises of a man named Aaron Salter. Aaron Salter was a retired Buffalo policeman. He retired. He took a job as a security guard in this supermarket. When this lunatic, this evil creature entered shooting, he shot people in the parking lot. When he came inside, he's wearing a vest and he's got a long gun, a rifle. Aaron Salter knew weapons. He knew he was overmatched, but he went after him anyway. Aaron Salter, bless his heart, he did what he could and he died. It's unfortunate. It's horrible, but you can't look at this situation without singing the praises of Aaron Salter and just praying the best for his family. Like I said, he knew he was overmatched. He knew. Anyone that spends any amount of time with firearms knows that if you go up against a rifle with a pistol, you're in a lot of trouble. If the person you're shooting at is wearing a vest, you're in more trouble. Aaron Salter knew all that. And I don't know how many lives Aaron Salter may have saved, but we know he lost his. I'm going to really leave it at that for right now. Again, I don't care where you're at politically. If you watch this channel at all, you know where I am politically. This is a horrible, terrible thing. There is no excuse for it. There's no justification for it. Like I said, I don't even want to say, assuming he's guilty, the alleged killer, the man live streamed himself. The only thing we could do at this moment is make sure the trial goes swiftly and he is executed. I'm going to leave it right there for now. I'm sure we'll have more on this coming up on the Conservative Take platform.